The Waiting Woman. Full image prompts United States. A dark, stormy midnight in Ravenwood, Louisiana. Black thunderclouds over bayou. Lightning striking dead cypress trees. Fog rolling across railroad tracks. Cinematic horror. Cloud with rain. Old abandoned railroad tracks in heavy rain. Puddles reflecting lightning. Dead trees on both sides. Thick fog everywhere. Dark and terrifying. Tiny crumbling bus shelter near railroad tracks at midnight. One flickering fluorescent light buzzing. Completely empty. Wet broken road. Skull. Silhouette of Ravenwood town at night. Every window dark. Heavy rain falling on old wooden houses. Completely silent. No movement anywhere. Fearful face. Scared faces of old townspeople. All turning away from railroad tracks. Fear in every single eye. Nobody looking toward the tracks. Prohibited. Young man Marcus Cole stepping off broken down bus at night in heavy rain. Bag over shoulder. Completely alone on dark bayou road. School backpack. Broken down bus on dark Louisiana road. Hazard lights flashing in rain. Passengers scattering in all directions into darkness. Bus. Marcus walking alone on dark, wet road toward distant bus shelter. Railroad tracks visible ahead. Fog thickening around his boots. Person walking. Distant view of small bus shelter glowing faintly in rain and darkness. Marcus' tiny figure walking toward it through thick fog. Anxious face with sweat. Marcus suddenly stopping at shelter entrance. His face completely frozen. Body stiff. Something terribly wrong ahead of him. Face screaming in fear. Back view of woman in soaking wet red dress at bus shelter. Long black hair completely covering her face. Standing perfectly still. Ghost Marcus standing behind woman in red dress at shelter. Rain pouring hard between them. He is calling out to her. She is not moving. Fearful face. Woman in red dress slowly turning around toward Marcus. Movement unnaturally slow. Wrong somehow. Like a broken machine turning. Skull. Beautiful pale face of woman turning toward Marcus. Perfect features. But something deeply wrong becoming visible. Eye. Extreme close-up of woman. Lips. Pale. Cold. Forming a strange slow smile. Breath visible and cold night air around her. Fearful face. Marcus' face going completely white with terror. Rain dripping from his hair. Eyes wide. Mouth open. Body completely frozen. Skull. Side view of Marcus and the woman facing each other at shelter. Rain pouring between them. Lightning exploding behind her. Ghost. Marcus slowly backing away one step at a time. Eyes never leaving her white, empty eyes. Fog swirling around both of them. Anxious face with sweat. Old white bearded man Earl running through rain toward Marcus. Face pure terror. Shaking hands reaching out desperately. Old man. Earl grabbing Marcus by the arm hard. Pulling him away from the woman. Both running toward small coffee shop lights. Person running. Small coffee shop at night. Warm yellow light glowing inside. Rain hammering old tin roof. Two men running toward it desperately. Convenience store. Earl slamming coffee shop, door shut behind them. Looking out window at empty bus shelter. Woman completely vanished. Anxious face with sweat. Interior of small coffee shop at night. Two terrified men at table. Steaming coffee cups. Flickering light overhead. Rain on windows. Hot beverage. Close-up of old Earl's weathered face telling story. Eyes haunted. Voice barely a whisper. Hands wrapped around coffee cup. Crying face. Flashback. 3 years ago. Beautiful young woman Nadia in red dress at bus shelter. Hopeful face. Waiting for someone she loves. Broken heart. Flashback. Nadia checking her phone again and again. James not coming. Rain starting to fall around her at the shelter. Crying face. Flashback. Dark hands pushing Nadia toward railroad tracks. Her terrified scream. Rain. Darkness. Betrayal. Face screaming in fear. Flashback. Railroad tracks at night. Blinding train light coming fast. Nadia's last moment. Then only darkness and silence. Skull. Flashback. Railroad tracks empty after. Rain washing everything away. Just tracks. Just silence. Just gone. Face without mouth back of coffee shop wall. Slow deep scratch marks appearing in old wood. Like long fingernails dragging deliberately. Fearful face. Marcus and Earl both frozen at table, staring at back wall. Coffee forgotten. Pure cold terror on both their faces. Marcus slowly walking to back of shop, pushing open creaking back door. Rain hitting his face. Looking into darkness outside. Anxious face with sweat. Close-up of mud outside back door. Backward footprints clearly visible. Heels where toes should be, leading toward railroad tracks. Skull. Marcus staring down at backward footprints in mud. Face pale. Throat dry. Body not wanting to move at all. Face screaming in fear. Distant train whistle sound visualized as sound waves in fog over empty railroad tracks. No train anywhere. Just fog and darkness. Fearful face. Marcus looking through rain toward railroad tracks. Woman in red dress standing in middle of thick fog. Facing him. Ghost. Close-up of woman's face now fully changed. Eyes pure black. Jaw broken sideways. Neck bent at impossible angle. Skull. Woman's body radiating dark energy and rain. Hair spread out like black wings around her. Fog churning around her feet. Face screaming in fear. Victor Crane's truck headlights cutting through rain. His cruel face visible through windshield. Men getting out behind him. Automobile. Victor Crane pointing at Marcus. For men spreading out behind him. Cruel smile on his face. Completely confident. Face with steam from nose. Victor Crane seeing the woman on the tracks. His cruel smile disappearing instantly. Face turning ash white with terror. Fearful face. Nadia rising slowly off the ground. Wet black hair spreading in air like dark wings. Lightning exploding behind her. Ghost. Victor's men trying to run, but feet sinking into mud. Ground holding them, pulling them down. All screaming. Skull. Victor Crane being pulled by invisible force toward railroad tracks. Sliding in mud. Screaming desperately. Arms reaching for nothing. Face screaming in fear. Blinding white light appearing on railroad tracks. Like massive train coming at full speed from total darkness. No train visible. Skull. Ground shaking violently under everyone's feet. Trees swaying hard. Rain going horizontal. Everything vibrating with terrible force. Fearful face. At all. It was the town's old silversmith, a man named Eli Granger. But you moved away 6 months ago. That's exactly what I wanted people to think. I never left. I've been right here, in this cellar. Everyone stood in shock. But the story wasn't over yet. What about everything stolen from people's houses? Travis asked. I took all of it. I started the witch rumor myself. People stayed scared, and I kept stealing in peace. Then Harold's face went pale. With a trembling voice, he asked, and the woman from 25 years ago, who was she? Eli's expression changed completely. Fear crept into his eyes. For the first time, he looked genuinely terrified. That's exactly why I started all this. 25 years ago, my mother lived in this very town. People thought she was a witch, because at night, she'd carry 3 clay jars on her head, walking to the next town over to sell water. One night, a group of people mistook her for a witch and killed her. Before she died, she said the truth would come out one day. When I grew up, I learned what had happened to her. I wanted revenge. I brought the jar woman's story back so the town would be afraid, so they'd understand how dangerous rumors can be. But over time, the greed took over. I started stealing. Everyone fell silent. It seemed like the mystery was finally solved. Then, suddenly, a woman's voice came from inside the cellar. Eli. Eli. The voice was perfectly clear. Eli, it's time to go now. Eli's face turned white as paper. No, this can't be happening. A sudden cold wind burst out from inside the cellar. And then everyone saw it. A hazy figure standing in the darkness of the cellar. 3 jars on her head. This time, it wasn't Eli. The figure standing before them slowly began to move forward. Eli screamed in pure terror. No, this can't be, no. A sudden gust of wind swept through. A few seconds later, when the light returned, the figure was gone. But Eli was lying unconscious on the